Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 7th. This week, we are going to jump right in here. You have this Underworld card. It says, find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. You also have the Silence card. It says, moving in silence while you continue to build. So definitely a good time to keep your ideas to yourself here. It doesn't matter what idea it is. It could be love, it could be business, but whatever they are, I would definitely keep things to yourself at this time, probably because there might be people who want a piece of whatever your action is, right? They might want to get all up in your business or kind of interrupt something that you're doing. So, I do feel the need to, kind of protect something. But again, you don't have to protect it in like an aggressive way. You just have to protect it by not talking about it or, keeping something to yourself. Yeah, you have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles here as well. So you're definitely like working on something. The Three of Pentacles is a card of quality to me. To me, it is the card of quality in the tarot, the card of quality work and like doing a good job. So whatever you're working on, I feel is going to be very high quality. And, I feel this is saying like, don't say anything until you, put it out into the world. Don't say anything until you get something going here. But you have the Death card, the Devil, and the Emperor here. So for some of you, definitely could be the ending of a situation as well. It seems to me like every single person this week has had something about, something leaving their life. So, it wouldn't surprise me. You end with this butterfly spirit that says transformation is beautiful. It doesn't have to be the death of something. It could just be something is transforming in your life in some way. So it looks like a new beginning. You end with the World. The World is showing up in the area of the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what, and it is a good card, but, the World can represent an ending or kind of like coming to a conclusion, some sort of achievement, and then getting off onto the next stage of your life. The World really kind of does say that you are going through a transformation. You're going through the portal that is the center of the world, and then you're transforming into something else. For a lot of you, I have the word tolerance popping into my head with the Devil, but, I kind of feel intuitively that the word tolerance is saying that there are things that you can't tolerate any longer, and I'm pretty sure I said this something very similar to you recently here, Aquarius, and, it seems to me like there are, people, places, and things that no longer vibe with your energy, even if you try to, put yourself in situations. It's like, I'm sure we've all been there. It's like you have a friend, then you try to spend time with them or whatever, and you just can't spend time with them any longer. And, that's like the first thing that's popping into my head here, but it's definitely something I would pay attention to. Again, I don't think you have to cut people out of your life, but you might be spending less time with people or spending more time with the right people or something like that. You have the Emperor here. The Emperor is about taking control and taking the lead, kind of like really making something happen here. So I would definitely take control. It is funny that you go from the Emperor up to the Strength card. The Emperor is like a card of control, but it's more controlling. There are two cards of control in the tarot, the Strength card and the Chariot. Chariot is hard control. The Strength card is a card of like soft control. And it's almost as if that's what I see here, is that you are switching from, I feel like you are switching from hard control to soft control is really what's going on. So it's like you're much more go with the flow type of energy. I don't think that's necessarily the right word, but that's definitely kind of what I'm getting off of that Strength card. So let's see. With the Death card, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. Could be a knight in shining armor. I would say it's probably someone new. You do end with the Two of Cups here. Knight of Cups could be someone who sweeps you off your feet, if you want love. For the rest of you, I would say that the Knight of Cups is about starting something, even if you feel like you don't have the resources. He's standing in the desert normally, but there's water flowing in front of him, and he just needs to plant seeds and they will grow. So, I would get started. Pretty much every single person this week has had, some sort of message like that. With the Death card, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, a lot of transformation here. I mean, definitely a transformative reading. Death. The Transformation is Beautiful card, the Temperance card. I do feel that there is a need to kind of like look at things more positively, or to, to more focus on the bright side, whatever you want to call it. I just feel there's a need for positivity, just positivity in general. With the Emperor here, you have the Queen of Cups, so definitely could be a new love offer, connection, whatever you want to call it. But again, this could also be kind of like soft control. She just listens to her heart. And going this way, the Strength card is kind of like your heart. Lions are kind of like a symbol of, having heart and bravery and things like that, and not worrying about what people think of the decisions you make, or any of that stuff. There are literally quotes about this. They say lions don't care about the opinions of sheep, right? And so I kind of get that energy here from the reading, where it's talking about you making your own decisions in your life at this time, and maybe you need to keep those decisions to yourself. You have this July card. It says there's something to celebrate. There you go. You have this card that says a blessing in disguise. You have this rushing in now. It says take quick action. The time to act is now. So yes, definitely time to act. You have the Eight of Wands, which is literally quick success or quick movement. It can represent a quick conclusion as well, but there could be some sort of blessing coming in very quickly into your life. The one thing I will say is that eights to me represent action. So you have the Eight of Wands, the Fool, the Three of, these two wanted to come out together with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. The Eight of Wands is a card of quick success, but it's like a card of needing to make a move, or needing to make sure that you're going in the right direction. It is also a card of manifestation. So I feel for a lot of you, there is something about this reading about needing to. You could focus on the negative, but I also feel you could turn things around. And again, Temperance is an action, right? We have to take action with the Temperance card. We have to take action with all tarot. Temperance can say you can turn a negative into a positive, or you can turn a positive into a negative. The choice is yours. So I would focus on the positive. Eight of Wands is what you are aiming at. Traditionally it was the arrows of love, meaning you have these ideas about love in life, and the universe responds and brings you, that type of person in love. But really, it could be whatever you're focusing on in all areas of your life. Next, you have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles coming up together. So definitely a new beginning in like the way that you work. Those are the words that I'm hearing here. There's some sort of upgrade here. There's some sort of there's some sort of change is what I'm getting. But I know that sounds stupid, but I don't mean some of you could be like a raise or a promotion or something like that, but there's something more here. There's, it's like a level up, or it's like you're getting paid more money for the same work you do. And I know that sounds like a raise, but that's not what I'm talking about. I feel for some of you, it's like maybe you have a job like somewhere right now, and you go and you double your income. You get another job where it's like you're doing the same thing but for double. I don't know, there's like this weird thing like that popping into my head, but I feel like it directly has to do with the fact that you have made yourself more valuable. That's there you go. I feel like you've done something over the past several years really that has made your value go up. So even though you're doing the same things in life or in your business or whatever, it's like you are making more money. But I do feel like you have to see it. You have the Eight of Swords here, or it could be the way you maybe you present something. So if you have a business, the way you kind of package your business or put things together could be changing. It's definitely for someone out there, and I feel it's going to double your income. And again, this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. So if you haven't been changing, then don't expect this to happen for you. But if you are changing, or if you want to change, I would do that. And again, for those of you in business, I would look at how you can, package what you offer differently, or make it more valuable, or kind of the value that comes from it. I don't know, something like that is popping into my head. You're going to have to look for it. You have the Page of Swords, which is literally a card of being curious, kind of looking into things, studying things as much as you possibly can, and getting as much information as you possibly can. So that's what I would do here with the Page of Swords. It's I would really look into how you can increase your income, for example. And I think with that rushing in now card, it will happen quickly, right? So that's what I will say there. It's kind of again, I always use YouTube as an example because that's what I do all day. But it's almost as if it's there are YouTubers who make negative dollars, right? For the most part, and there are YouTubers who make millions of dollars a year, right? And so it's kind of everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody is creating videos, right? But it's some people, you could say that they're better, but really they just know things that you don't. And I kind of that's what I'm talking about here. It's almost as if whatever you do for work, you're leveling up in that way. It's you're doing the same thing. I hope that makes sense. This is the best analogy I have for this. The energy that I'm getting here. It's you're doing the same thing, but it's because of experience, which we see right here. King of Swords is the card of having a certain experience or whatever. It's because of that's why you're getting this rise in your income or whatever I see here. I don't know, weird, but I like it. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, laser-like focus. I always say that the Ace of Swords is my card of laser-like focus. So I feel you need to be laser-like focused on exactly what you want at this time and nothing else. I feel if you focus on the bad stuff, that's what you're going to get. So, I would really focus on exactly what you want out of life in all areas of your life. With the Fool and the the Three of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, I knew that this was talking about work. Eight of Pentacles literally is a card of a raise, but it's also a card of apprenticeship. And that's really what I feel here in this reading, is that you're going to the next level. Eight of Pentacles is the apprenticeship, right? Being an apprentice, learning. And then you go here. King of Swords is the master. So I really see this reading as you kind of mastering something in your life. Eight of Pentacles is literally the card of mastering your craft. So for a lot of you, this is clearly work-based, but it could be anything else. Again, you could be mastering your health. You could be mastering love or gaining a new understanding on these things. Whatever it is, it's about to double your success rate is kind of like what I'm getting here. With the Page of Swords, you have the Ten of Cups, literally the card of focusing on happiness. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, can be love as well, but those people, they have those 10 cups above their heads, and they're choosing to be happy. The initial intent for the Ten of Cups was that those people are choosing to be happy, meaning that they still live in the real world, but they're focusing on the good stuff. They're not focusing on the bad stuff, and I know I've said that 100 times in this reading, but that's what I would do if I were you. Next, in the area of the unexpected, it says, you're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all your hard work. Yes, take breaks if you need them. Forgiveness sets you free. It keeps you from hanging on to whatever was never meant to be. If you need to forgive and let go, you have the Eight of Swords here, which could represent needing to forgive and let go of his past situation, and it could be in any area of your life. I do feel deep work here, though. You start off with the Strength card. I'll just show you. You have the Strength card, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. The Strength card is a card of deep work. This lion is her inner beast, her inner critic, her inner voice, and she's getting that lion to submit to her. It has its tail between its legs there. So for a lot of you, it's like you are, I feel like you are getting your inner demons under control, or whatever you want to call it. And, I feel this is going to be leading to a lot of success. But I also feel you could be looking at the reason why you do certain things in your life, or you have been doing this, which would kind of make sense, and, what I would say here is it's kind of like you've done a lot of this deep introspective work, and, you're looking at why you are the way that you are, and you could be making changes because of it. You even have the Nine of Wands, which number one says, don't beat yourself up. This reading is seeming very familiar to me. I feel like I said this to you in your August reading or something about needing to do this deep work, or that you are doing deep work. And the Nine of Wands is a card of experimentation. It's kind of like saying, I feel like it's almost like you're breaking into this next stage of life. And, I do feel like people do this where they, it's like they're ready to upgrade, but then they feel guilty for things that they've done in the past, right? And I feel like this is saying no guilt, get rid of those feelings, because really, that's not the point of life. The point of life is that, yes, we make mistakes, and we're meant to make mistakes, and we're meant to learn from them and move on and just not make them again. It's just that simple. It's the easiest way to correct a mistake is to just not do it again, right? So I kind of feel that here, where it's saying any mistakes you've made, doesn't matter, in any area of your life, you need to release those things and see why maybe you made the mistake, and say, I'm not going to do that again. And that's it, right? Move on. You have the Eight of Swords, which is saying set yourself free. It's also about everybody. I don't know. It's like I said, I say this every single reading, so it's getting boring for me too, Aquarius. But what I would say is everybody, I think, needs to open up to different ways of doing things. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Wands, card of expansion. This kind of says, what are you waiting for? The Three of Wands is my card that says, what are you waiting for? There could be a big opportunity right here. And you need to kind of take a leap of faith towards this big opportunity. And you don't want to be one of the last, is what I will say. I really believe we're in a time where it's all of a sudden we're going to start seeing people taking big risks in their life. We're talking about positive risk here, starting a business, improving their health, taking the risk of starting a YouTube channel and sharing their ideas or whatever. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going to try to do it. So you want to be one of the first. You want to be one of the early people. Literally, that's what's popping into my head here, is that you have the opportunity to be first, and you want to be first. And they say that the innovators get the arrows in their backs, literally Eight of Wands in your back. But at the same time, I feel like you will be recognized as an original. That's kind of what I'm getting here. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Moon. The Moon is about needing to keep pushing forward, not give up with that Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands literally says don't give up. The Moon is a card of fears, fantasies, and illusions, but really it's a card of darkness. And I always say with the moon that we need to work our way to those mountains that are normally in the background of the moon, because mountains represent achievements. So, we could be in a moon period, but I feel like you need to push through it. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Judgment card here. Yeah, like a big wake-up call. Like I said, I feel this is more personal, internal, deep work type of stuff going on here. Because, it seems to me like you're waking up to some parts of you that have maybe held you back, or, I don't know. It's like sometimes I think there are like little things that we don't even realize hold us back in life, right? Something someone said to us when we were children, right? Could be anything, right? And, I feel for a lot of you, you're like waking up to those things inside of yourself, and you're like setting yourself free. So definitely a good thing. And literally, you look at this. You have this Panther card. It says, reclaim your power. Are you kidding? There you go. That was the whole entire reading right there. You have this Butterfly Spirit. It says, transformation is beautiful. Yes, this change, this transformation is beautiful. Even if you're afraid to change. I feel, doing what is different is your golden ticket. It really is, Aquarius. I think it's true for everyone, but for Aquarius, I think it's extra true because Pluto in Aquarius, it'll be there for 20 years. It's kind of going back and forth right now over, the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. It's retrograding right now. It's going to move forward. Then it's going to retrograde again, but doesn't matter. Again, I think that this time of Pluto and Aquarius is going to make it so that you are kind of like letting your own unique self out into the world, but you have to look at the I almost just said Four of Pentacles. I'm surprised you don't have the Four of Pentacles here, but the Three of Wands. That Three of Wands, he's kind of like looking at the opportunity of those ships that are in the harbor in front of him, but he's like not going. He's not taking the lead. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you have the opportunity to really break free from some things, but, I feel like you have to do it, obviously. You have the World, the Two of Cups, and the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is a card of kind of being decisive and decisive action. And what I would say here is I feel like you need to stop hesitating going this way. We go Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, getting really, really high on the idea. Moon, Nine of Wands, coming down, right? And I totally understand that, right? I get super excited about ideas sometimes, and then the more I think about it, then I don't want to do it, and, I kind of come down, right? And so I feel that energy. I feel that here with this energy. But I feel like the King of Swords is saying that you are not stuck doing something. You are not stuck doing what you think you are stuck doing. It's like, I'll just tell you, like, not to talk about myself too much, but like I'm a manifestor generator in human design, and manifestor generators are like notorious for, going up, like getting super high on an idea and then deciding they don't want to do it later, so they don't commit. But really what I think it is it's like the fear of like maybe identity, or committing, feeling like you have to commit to something forever, especially in work or business. You could be fearing like, oh, if I do this, I have to do this forever, or if I do this, it can't change or transform into something else. So I have said before that I believe that I don't know, because I'm not a human design expert. I have barely learned anything about human design, but what I will say is I kind of feel we are in a manifestor generator time. Like the energy is trying to get people to transform, to come up with their own unique ideas, to be, a multi-potentialite, as some people say, like to express their, ideas in the world, and all their ideas. It's like maybe you have a bunch of ideas of things that you want to do with your life, and it's like, how can you turn that into a life? How can you be good at being yourself? Right here, this is you. So it's like, how can you just be good at being yourself? And part of the answer is I feel like you have to communicate with your higher self. To me, definitely could be love. I wouldn't really call this a love reading, though. It's too deep, right? This is very deep work. There could be love, no doubt about it, coming in. You have the Knight of Cups, take it how it resonates. But, I kind of feel this is more about you communicating, getting in touch with yourself, meditating, healing, all those things. I always say that, again, this to me is a card of you and your higher self. And, I really feel you need to communicate with your higher self with this card. You have the World here. The World is a card of accomplishments, so I do feel like there could be some sort of accomplishment coming in for you, but I also feel you're entering into this new world, transforming, or, undergoing some sort of major transformation in your life. So let's see where this is going. With the World, you have the Knight of Pentacles, no movement, too much hesitation. Again, I think you're like a good idea for you, especially for those of you that have an idea for like work, business, or just something you want to do with your life, just get started. Even if, like I said, you are nervous to get started because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to commit to this because I don't want to have to commit to this forever, right? And I feel like you need to be okay with things changing is what this reading is. That's like part of what this reading is saying. 33%, I would say, of this reading is trying to say Aquarius. It's like you can start something as one thing and it can evolve over time. That is perfectly fine, right? So don't be afraid to iterate your way to success. Maybe that's a better way to put it. With the Two of Cups, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely celebration. I'm telling you right now, there is like a soul reunion going on here. For some of you, I do feel this could be love, and it could be a soul reunion between you and another person. I don't really feel it's a person from the past. I think it's just a person, it could be like it could be someone who's not karmic, but, someone from a past life or something like that is what I'm trying to spit out here. With the King of Swords, you have the Four of Wands, marriage. So, I always say, oh, this isn't a love reading. Then a million love cards come up, right? But it could be someone you marry in the future. But the Four of Wands is also a card of your freedom. It says, it's time for you to focus on things that could set you free. It's time for you to focus on creating more opportunities to be free in your life as well. It's like if we do things that we hate, for example, then we are not free, right? So it's like some people say, well, I hate my job and I can't quit, so what do I do? And I always say, well, actually, you can quit. Just go get something else. So you have to find something else. And if you truly can't quit, then you need to start finding reasons to fall in love with your job, even if it's something very small. You have this Throne card. It says position of authority. Didn't we say something about this, like authority or something? I don't know. I think I was talking about. Oh no, I was talking about the Eight of Pentacles to the King of Swords. I was saying mastery, but again, same word basically. So clearly, you are mastering something here. You have this Candle card. It says you will be shown the way, but you have to get started. It's like you get started, then the universe is going to kind of show you what to do. You have this Time to Act card with a lion on it. So it's time for you to be brave, time for you to step into the unknown, time for you to change your story is what this is saying. You have this Tortoise. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. So I do feel there are improvements here, but I don't think it's going to be slow. Again, you have that card that says rushing in now, and you have the Eight of Wands. You have this box. It says you will receive a gift, probably guidance from your higher self. Pretty straightforward reading. Major transformation. Really, really good. I feel like you are going to be like the first to do something here. Maybe not one of the, but I feel like you're one of the first, right? And that's what's going to make you successful. But looks really good. I love this. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.